watching Sam TV.
Good afternoon and welcome to Business Daily on Sam TV, the pulse of the nation. I am Abraham Manajoda and we'll be exploring the latest news, trends and insights that shape our economy. From market analysis to industry updates, we'll bring you the latest stories that matters in the business world. So join the conversation and stay informed with Business Daily on Sam TV. Watch on Facebook at Sam TV and on YouTube at Sam TV Live. Here are some of the headlines. $5 billion investment signals confidence in Nigeria's gas-led energy transition. Geregu Power posts $13 billion profit in Q1 2025 despite revenue drop. Federal government to launch the Risking Fund in May to ease loan access for SMEs. Now the news info. The Nigerian Gas Association, NGA, has announced that Nigeria's gas-led energy transition strategy is gaining significant global traction, with over $5 billion in new investments recorded in the sector as of 2024. NGA President Akachukwu Nwokedi disclosed this during a press conference in Lagos ahead of the 29th World Gas Conference. Investments are flowing into critical areas of the gas value chain, including infrastructure development and floating liquefied natural gas facilities. New investments have been recorded in gas processing plants and domestic utilization projects. The NGA president praised regulatory bodies, including the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission and the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, for creating a conducive environment for investment. With 209 trillion cubic feet of proven reserves and potential to reach 600 TLC, Nigeria is positioning gas as a cornerstone of its energy transmission strategy. Nwokedi emphasized that natural gas remains Nigeria's most viable solution to address energy poverty while maintaining a commitment to emission reduction. Nigeria will feature prominently at the WGC 2025 through a dedicated Nigeria pavilion, showcasing the country's milestones in the gas sector, promoting investment opportunity, and fostering critical partnership. The pavilion will host government officials, top industry stakeholders, and international investors, spotlighting major projects in infrastructure processing and gas distribution. The NGA boss highlighted the broader economic benefits of gas-led growth, including gas-led growth can create numerous jobs in the gas industry, and gas can catalyze major industrial growth through fertilizer, petrochemicals, and other related gas-based industries. Gas can also provide cleaner energy assets, contributing to national transformation. Geregu Power PLC has reported a pre-tax profit of 13.01 billion naira for the fourth quarter ended March 21, 2025. Although this represents a 40.57% decline from the 21.9 billion naira recorded in the same quarter of 2024. The company's financial performance remained notable. Revenue for the period stood at 31.7 billion naira, down 37.02% from 50.4 billion naira in Q1 2024. The company's energy sales generated 20.8 billion naira, while capacity charges contributed 10.8 billion naira. Gerugu Power managed to reduce its cost of sales to 19.7 billion naira, a 10.27% decrease year-over-year. However, gross profit dropped to 12 billion naira, down 57.75% from the previous year. The company also minimized its unrealized foreign exchange loss to 7.6 million naira. Despite a decline in profit, Gerugu Power total assets increased to 262.9 billion in Q1 2025, up from 243.4 billion in Q1 2024. As of April 12, 2025, Gerugu Power shares were priced at 1,141 naira 50 kobo on the Nigerian stock market, reflecting the country's significant market presence. The federal government plans to launch a de-risking fund in May 2025 to improve access to affordable finances for micro, small, and medium enterprises across Nigeria. The initiative aims to address high lending rates currently ranging from 28 to 30%, which hinder MSMEs' growth. According to Mr. Temitola Adekunle Johnson, Special Advisor to the President on Job Creation and MSMEs, the fund will operate as a risk-sharing mechanism, allowing state governments and banks to jointly provide loans at lower interest rates. The de-risking fund will also serve as a buffer for small businesses facing international trade challenges, such as the 14% tariff imposed by the United States on certain Nigerian goods. Additionally, the federal government plans to expand its network of MSME shared facility hubs across the country, providing small businesses with affordable access to international standard equipment in sectors like ICT, agriculture, and fashion. 10 hubs have been established so far, with plans to add 8 to 10 more by year-end. Each hub charges as little as 1,000 naira daily and can support up to 200 entrepreneurs a day. Over 120,000 MSME benefited from the initiative in the past year. The government aims to enhance productivity and competitiveness among micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises through these hubs, which are privately operated under government's oversight to ensure transparency. Al-Ain Makor PLC have announced the sales of 11,500,000 shares worth 60 million naira by its group managing director, Dr. Edward Akinlade. The shares were sold at 5 naira 22 kobo on April 9, 2025. Following this transaction, Dr. Akinlade now owns 1,523,796 ordinary shares, accounting for 48.81% of the company's total shares. The sale represents a decrease in Mr. Akinlade's previous holding of 49.18%. The transaction was communicated in the director's dealing published on the Nigeria Exchange and signed by the company secretary, Oyewole Olorin. Al-Ain Makor PLC has previously reported a significant increase in revenue and pre-tax profits in its audited financial results for the fiscal year 2025. Al-Ain Makor PLC revenue rose to 3.6 billion in 2024. It's 109.50% increase from 1.7 billion naira in the previous year. The company also declared a final dividend of 0.07 kobo per 50 kobo ordinary share, payable electronically on April 25, 2025 to registered shareholders. Nigeria has slipped to third place in Africa's 2025 hotel development pipeline with 48 projects and 7,320 rooms planned. According to the Hotel Chain Development Pipelines in Africa 2025 report by W Hospitality Group, Egypt leads the pipeline according for 22.5% of Africa's total planned rooms. while Morocco ranks second after signing 13 hotel deals in 2025, more than double Nigeria's 5 deals. Of Nigeria's 48 planned projection, 61%, 4,468 rooms, are in the pre-construction phase, and 39%, 2,852, are under construction. Lagos remains a key hotspot for hotel management, led by Marriott International, with 8 hotels and 1,222 rooms in the pipeline. Other major players include Accor with 5 hotels and Radisson Hotel Group and Wildham Hotels and Resorts, each with 3 projects. The report highlights Africa's hospitality sector continues to attract strong investor interest, with 125 new deals signed in 2024, adding 21,000 rooms to the pipeline. A total of 577 rooms and resorts with 1,444 rooms are planned across Africa as of the early 2025, representing a 13.3% increase over 2024 and outpacing global pipeline growth trend. A maritime industry expert has emphasized that Nigeria's blue economy, valued at over $200,000, can only thrive if the Niger Delta region underscores a comprehensive cleanup. Professor Silva Opoala Charles estimates that a staggering $12 billion is needed over the next 12 years to address the oil pollution plaguing the area. Speaking at the Nigerian Union of Journalists Correspondents Chapel in Port Harcourt, Opoala Charles stressed that the federal government must prioritize funding for the cleanup to unlock the blue economic's potential. The blue economy encompasses various industries such as ecotourism, marine transportation, fishing, and livelihood creation, with opportunity worth over 24 trillion naira. However, constant environmental degradation and social system destruction due to oil bunkering have hindered sector's growth, resulting in underdevelopment, unemployment, and lost revenue. Opoala Charles urged the government to demand penalties for oil pollution in the region and proposed establishing a state blue economic council to drive improvement. Ubonge, the guest speaker, lamented Nigeria's ocean amnesia, highlighting the country's neglect of its marine resources. He advocated for a statewide ocean literacy, blue economic policy, blue-friendly infrastructure, and community empowerment to tap into the blue economy potential and create human capital opportunities. With Rivers State being home to mangroves, marine tech, fisheries, and ports, SM believe it will be the blue economy headquarters. Nigeria credit rating has been upgraded to B by Fitch Rating, with a stable outlook following the government's key reform aimed at improving the country's macroeconomic stability. The upgrade reflects increased confidence in the government's commitment to policy reforms, including exchange rate liberalization, monetary policy tightening, and the removal of fuel subsidies. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) reforms has led to increased transparency and efficiency in the foreign exchange market, resulting in a record 27 billion in net official inflow in Q4 2024, and 89% increase from Q4 2023. Fitch expects inflation to average 22% in 2025 and 20% in 2026. With the CBN likely to maintain its current monetary policy stance to anchor prices, Nigerian oil production is expected to increase to 1.43 million barrels per day in 2025-2026 from 1.34 million barrels per day in 2024, driven by improved onshore surveillance and investment by local oil companies. Fitch forecasts a widening budget deficit in 2025 to 2026, averaging 4.2% of GDP, despite increased revenue, driven by higher wages, social security expenses, and debt servicing costs. Nigeria's government debt as a percentage of GDP is expected to decline marginally to 51% in 2025-2026, driven by strong and nominal GDP growth. Nigeria's Exchange Limited experienced a decline in market capitalization by 440 billion to 65.7 trillion due to economic uncertainties. The Nigeria Oil Share Index shared 0.9% to close at 104,563.34 points, its lowest level in 4 weeks. The Nigeria's Insurance Index was down by 4.6%, while the Banking Index fell by 2.20%. Consumer goods and oil and gas indices also declined, losing 0.6% and 0.5% respectively. Analysts expect a cautious short-term outlook, with attention shifting to key macroeconomic indicators. A sustained recovery will likely depend on improvements in the macroeconomic fundamentals, clarity in fiscal and monetary policies, and the stronger than expected corporate earnings. VFD Microfinance Bank has reported a significant increase in revenue, rising from $3.2 billion in 2023 to $4.5 billion in 2024. It's a 9.8% growth. The bank also posted a remarkable turnaround in profitability, achieving a profit after tax of $366.6 million. The bank's managing director and CEO, Rotimi Awofi-Shibe, attributed the success of the strategic focus and operational discipline implemented in 2023 despite facing challenges. The bank remains committed to financial inclusion, digital innovation, and tailored solutions for small and medium-sized enterprises. The bank expressed optimism about future profitability and sustained value creation for its stakeholders, and although no dividend was declared for the year, the chairman emphasized that 2025 financial results reflect a positive turnaround, setting the stage for sustainable, profitable, and future dividends payout. Premium Pension Limited assets under management AUM has grown to 1.344 trillion naira on an 18.58% year-on-year increase despite global economic uncertainties. The company chairman Bitrus Kwaji announced this at the firm's 20th annual general meeting in Abuja. The company reported a 19.66% increase in revenue to 13.93 billion naira and a 2.14% rise in profit before tax to 5.6 billion naira. Profit after tax stood at 3.55 billion naira, and stakeholders received a final dividends of 2 naira 20 kobo per share. The company registered retirement savings account holders reached 818,000 businesses, accounting for 7.71% to providing exceptional pension fund administration services to millions of Nigerians. That is the end of Business Daily for today. But before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. $5 billion investment signal confidence in Nigerian gas-led energy transition. Gerugo Power posted 13 billion naira profit in Q1 2025 despite revenue drop. Federal government to launch the Risking Fund in May to ease loan assets for SMEs. Thank you for joining us on Business Daily. Until next time, stay informed, stay ahead, and we will see you on the next episode. You can watch more on Facebook at